10 wins in 10, 8 clean sheets in a row, a defensive record untouched at the club for 121 years. Top of the Premier League table, joint top of their Champions League group, the statistics surrounding Mikel Arteta's Arsenal are beginning to transcend the impressive and enter the realm of the historic. This is a team breaking records left, right and centre, a relentless machine operating at the zenith of its mechanical and aesthetic powers, all while navigating a substantial list of injuries to key personnel. It is a portrait of dominance so absolute that it demands a moment of reflection, a zoomed-out view to fully appreciate the scale of the transformation. To do so is to summon the ghosts of European past, to recall a not-so-distant pre-Arteta era where trips to face less fashionable yet physically imposing sides across the continent were fraught with peril. One can almost picture those fraught evenings in Zagreb, in Lens, in Piraeus, where Arsenal sides, often technically superior, would wilt and capitulate under pressure. They were teams defined by a mental and physical timidity, capable of brilliance but susceptible to being bullied, their spines turning to dust when confronted with organised aggression. Those were the nights of embarrassment, of questioning the team's very character. Now, contrast that with the current incarnation. This Arsenal does not venture into Europe hoping to survive, it arrives with the express intention of subjugation. They are not merely participants in the continent's elite tournament, they are stalking its corridors in search of the throne. To compete with the historical behemoths, the Madrids, the Bayerns, the PSGs, one must first develop the mentality of a top dog, a predator that treats every encounter, home or away, as an opportunity to assert its dominance. The comprehensive victory in the cauldron of Prague was not just another 3 points, it was the latest, most eloquent testament to a process that has forged a team of unflinching, indomitable winners. As anticipated, the opening act at the Eden Arena was a tempest. Buoyed by a vociferous home crowd, Slavia Prague burst from the blocks with a ferocious vigour, intent on disrupting Arsenal's rhythm through a campaign of high-pressing football and super-direct physical play. For the first 15 to 20 minutes, the hosts imposed their will, edging the duels and turning the match into a frantic, scrappy affair. Lesser Arsenal teams would have buckled here, conceding a foolish early goal and spending the rest of the night chasing shadows. This team, however, is built of sterner stuff. There was no panic, only a calculated absorption of pressure. The backline held its shape, the midfield refused to be overrun, resisted and gave back in kind when they tried the bullying tactics. The team weathered the initial squall with a maturity that has become its trademark. While Slavia won the duels in the first quarter, Arsenal were already laying the groundwork to win the war, controlling the spaces and waiting for the inevitable drop in the home side's intensity. The foundation of Arsenal's recent success is a defensive structure that borders on the fanatical. In Prague, this was on full display. The back four, marshalled by the imperious duo of William Saliba and Gabriel, operated in perfect synchronicity. Their high line was a weapon, catching the opposition offside on 5 separate occasions, a stark contrast to Arsenal's none. This aggressive positioning wasn't a risk, it was a strategy, compelling Slavia to attempt long, hopeful balls which the Arsenal centre-backs consumed with contemptuous ease. The box defending, when required, was powerful and ruthlessly efficient, a claustrophobic web of bodies snuffing out any hint of danger. Jurrien Timber, deployed on the flank, was a case study in the modern fullback's role. He not only completely neutralised the threat on his side, but repeatedly stepped into central areas, making crucial tackles and winning the ball back in dangerous positions. Alongside him, the debutant Piero Incapia looked immediately up to speed, a solid and composed presence. And then there was Declan Rice. The Englishman delivered another performance that was a symphony of substance and style. Statistically dominant, he was also aesthetically magnificent, gliding across the pitch to break up play, driving forward with the ball and providing the crucial assist for the third goal. He is the engine and the anchor, the metronome who allows the entire system to function at such a high level. It is no coincidence that this run of clean sheets has coincided with his finest form. Players visibly celebrate these defensive milestones, a clear indicator of the collective pride taken in their impenetrability. With Victor Gyökeres sidelined, the onus fell upon Mikel Merino to lead the line, and he delivered a masterclass in the art of the modern striker. His performance was a blend of brute force and balletic intelligence. From the outset, he provided an invaluable outlet, consistently winning the first long ball in the build-up to bring others into play with deft flick-ons. But it was in the penalty area where his genius truly shone. As he himself articulated post-match, his goals were the culmination of relentless, intelligent movement. The goal itself might seem easy, but the difficult thing is the 10 seconds before the goal, when you have to position yourself, when you try not to be marked, and use those spaces in the right way. This striker's instinct, an innate understanding of where a rebound or a cross will fall, is unteachable. His first goal, a volley from a pinpoint Leandro Trossard cross, the Belgian himself continuing his scintillating form, was a testament to his anticipation. His second, a powerful header from Rice's delivery, showcased his expert positioning between defenders. He played between the lines, worked tirelessly without the ball, and was devastatingly clinical when it mattered. He wasn't just a replacement, he was a revelation. On a night of professional excellence, the most heartwarming narrative was woven by the threads of the club's academy. Leading the team out was Bukayo Saka, the premier graduate of Hale End, who calmly dispatched the opening penalty to score in his 4th consecutive Champions League game. His journey from promising youngster to world-class leader and captain is the ultimate emblem of the club's philosophy. This philosophy was further underscored in the final 20 minutes. History was made as 15-year-old Max Dowman came on to become the youngest player in the competition's history, etching his name into the annals of European football. He was joined by another academy product, Andre Harriman Annis, a profound statement of trust from Arteta. We also saw Ethan Nwaneri, whose final third directness is a thrilling asset, though his continued evolution will depend on refining his link-up play and expanding his passing vision and awareness now that Arteta has given him the designation of that future number 10 spot. The imprint of the academy, from Ethan to Miles, is everywhere. That this conveyor belt of talent is being integrated amidst a period of such dominance and necessitated by injuries to stars like Martin Ødegaard, Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz makes the achievement all the more extraordinary. As Arteta later praised, it takes courage to do what they did. I am very happy for them and grateful for the supporters who give them so much encouragement. The final whistle in Prague confirmed what many have begun to suspect. Yes, that's right, this Arsenal team is operating on a different plane. The 3-0 victory was an exercise in control, efficiency and ruthless execution. 4 wins from 4 in the league phase, a perfect record maintained. Saka's consistency, Merino's brilliance and Dowman's historic debut provided the headlines, but the story was one of collective superiority. As Arteta noted, it was a tough one. Slavia are very intense, we were very efficient, and overall we had a very good evening. His insistence that there remains plenty to improve speaks to the insatiable standards that now define the club. The momentum is now a tangible, palpable force. This run is no longer a purple patch, it is the establishment of a new standard. Ultimately, the win in Prague was more than a result. It was a crystallization of the Arteta ideology, tactical sophistication married to unwavering mental fortitude, all built upon a foundation of defensive dogma. The question is no longer if Arsenal can compete, but who can possibly stop them. Therefore, it was another perfect European night for an Arsenal side that is rapidly redefining its own standards of excellence. An impressive 4th win in the league phase keeps their record unblemished. The momentum this team is gathering is formidable, almost gravitational. The machine Arteta has built is not just winning, it is suffocating opponents into submission. Yet there is no time for laurels. As the dust settles in Prague, the collective focus immediately pivots. The focus now shifts to the domestic front and a crucial encounter with Sunderland, which precedes the season's next halt for the international break. With our primary title rivals set to clash against one another, it presents a golden opportunity to further solidify our position. Hence, the importance of this fixture is magnified tenfold. Securing a victory is paramount before the season pauses for the international break. For this Arsenal, the process is perpetual. The most important game is, and always will be, the next one. So, that was the brief from the dominant victory against Slavia Prague. The momentum is solid, and the team is getting in shape for the thicker things to come. Thanks for joining in. This is the Arsenal Blueprint, and you are watching the Blueprint Aftermath. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, hype, share and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one, and until then, come on the Arsenal.